job.
I mean, I'm talking about everything because right now what I see, I said a whole lot of women got them going out and driving trucks. That they refuse. They refuse to drive because I'm gonna be away from. No, your child will appreciate you. Out there on that road, take care of here instead of being here in my face and we can't do nothing.
Heck yeah.
Women out there doing that. They truck drivers. And they there. It's
women cutting grass, women.
It's no motherfuckers in the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the motherfuckers out there doing that. We already know what this shit is for.
But you know why?
You know what?
But do you know why? But do you know why that you see a lot of women taking on jobs that men usually do? Because I can't even call them men nowadays because they're grown ass boys. Hold on, put my cigarette out. Y'all might be mad at me, but these are grown because these are grown. These are grown. I don't know about y'all. I'm talking about the people in general. These are grown ass boys. Because 9 times out of 10, all they want to do is stay home, play the video game, drink, smoke. They want to do what these new age rappers are talking about in their songs, which is drinking, partying, fucking bitches. It's more to life than drinking, partying, and fucking bitches.
I gotta get real somewhere.
It has to. But music has always influenced lifestyles from the beginning of time. Music has always been a big influence. It depends on the person though. See, it's the chemistry. It's the chemistry about it. Because we can't just throw everything on young generation like they started it, they did it. Yeah.
No, it's the chemistry about when they took paddling and shit out of school for us. And when you could say something and then you can get your child locked, you can get your mama locked up, you know what I'm saying? If you don't do this, and then truant officers and shit coming to your door, locking you up and shit because of what the child like, you know what? I got you on lock.
Yeah. But you
and
know
then they start learning that shit.
That goes back to say that in our generation, the older generation, I want to say
your
that
generation.
From the 80s on down, 70s, 60s, 50s, whatever.
70s, so.
There were still men.
76, Aries.
There were still men that were willing to step up and be that positive role model. Nowadays, you don't have that.
You're Gemini. 83 Gemini.
87 Aries.
Oh Lord, what happened?
But back then, you still had men that were willing to step up and be positive role models for the young men and young boys that didn't have that in their life. Nowadays,
back when though?
Okay, I ain't gonna say me because I was born close to the 90s, so I would say back in y'all era.
What? That's our era. That's who we was when I was young.
Snoop Dogg,
yeah, right there.
But even then, though, because I remember even.
Look at that. Look what you just say. All the boys want to do.
Yeah. And that's where it started. And that is true. That's where it started. But even then, back in the 80s and the early 90s, you still had grown men that was willing to take time out their day to meet. I'm from California, so I must be for California. We still had older men that was willing to mentor and take in young boys who didn't have that older brother figure or that father figure.
Okay.
And nowadays,
you can't contest that because nowadays,
and nowadays you really don't have that no more.
You down here in Nashville.
Yeah.
We had sports.
We good.
Coaches like that on certain levels, but I can't speak for everybody, but it wasn't really like that.
Right.
See?
Not for us, you know what I'm saying?
That's what our young men and our young boys need. is that strong male figure in their life is gonna push them in the right direction.
I'm gonna keep talking about. I'm like, I keep asking her like, have we won yet? As a back, you know what I'm saying? And she keeps saying no.
No.
But see, what I'm talking about, like, we gotta realize that we don't won the minority revolt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got, you know what I'm saying? You got millionaires. Talking about, we need to have more black millionaires. So now we got that. We got shit. 6 out of 10 motherfucking rappers is gonna be a millionaire. You got athletes that have $200 million contracts. NBA players, blacks. We done got that. What's the next phase? Can we teach and get to the next phase? Can we talk about the next, can we start showing how to build your money that you already got?
Okay, but
we don't do that.
Out of those celebrities that you named,
I'm talking about anybody.
Okay, but even still, out of those celebrities and those athletes, it's quite a few that is that are giving back to their community.
John Morant, what, 210 million?
But what does he do for his community?
He can't do nothing. He can't stay out of trouble.
Exactly. So, like you said, John Morant, he is some little boy's idol. When I grow up, I want to be just like John Morant. He's from my neck of the woods. But listen, he's from my neck of the woods. If he can do it, I can do it. But is John Morant setting the right example for these little boys out here trying to follow him? No. And that is my argue right there.
But is LeBron James, because sometimes when we get stuck on what the media put out there to us, we'll stop right there at John Morant. But to me, LeBron James is, I ain't gonna say, let me backtrack. Hold on.
Yeah, he should be reaching out.
Well, not necessarily, but I'm just saying like the credit we give him for reaching his success.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's still somebody that is more beneficial to somebody else than us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's setting the tone, making.
So as LeBron's job.
Then
LeBron James' job.
James, because
see, John Morant said he's too young to understand the power that he has with what he has. Because all you got to do is just stop trying to be noticed, like you're a gang member or whatever. You with a pistol. First off, if you $200 million and you ride with me, you not gonna have no weapon on you. I got you.
Right.
Just like the boxer. We just looked at that yesterday.
Haney.
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney. Stupid.
His security guard.
Dropped the ball.
They got pulled over. He told the police it's a pistol. It's a semi-automatic up under the seat. Devin Haney sitting in the back. He ain't driving. Your security driving. They pull over. You supposed to handle that. I'm security. I'm licensed to carry. It's a weapon in the car, and it's all me. And Devin Haney had to take the charge. He got locked up.
Sure did.
He got locked up with his security guard in the front seat, the chauffeur or whoever.
And that is because niggas these days are out for themselves.
I agree with that.
People nowadays don't know the true meaning of loyalty. They will turn on you and switch up on you as fast as you can say I.
So so they already.
Mind change already.
Well, I tell you the truth, something wrong with you.
But to go back to my question, old school versus new school.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say my piece, but I'm gonna be nice about it because you already know how I feel about
new school.
Yeah, you already know how I feel about
it.
You already know how I feel about this new school rap. So I'm gonna be nice.
What?
But I prefer old school rap over new school rap
Yeah.
because my
Well, I'm old school anyway. I know you.
especially these
Come on, look, we welcome all you.
especially these new rappers. They rap about the same shit:
What is that?
sex, drugs, and money.
That ain't what's
And then on top of that, they be snitching on themselves. Where you do that at? Yeah.
What is it?
I drove to the store, saw my enemy, shot him 4 times. Nigga, you snitched on yourself. Nigga, if this was a cold case,
Hey, look.
they just open it back up.
Look, keep your day job.
I'm not a rapper.
Ain't no bars. No bars.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm
No
nowhere near a
bars.
rapper. But I'm saying that's how they songs sound. Dumb shit.
They do. They do.
You snitching on yourself. So that cold case, they got reopened because now they got new fucking evidence.
I feel about it.
Not the same, man. I think it's been turned wicked on us, man. It got wicked.
I mean, okay, old school rap, to me, old school was, I'm telling you a story.
Yeah.
And you gonna learn, because see, it wasn't no rappers back then.
Right.
It was storytelling.
I'm 76, baby. It wasn't no rappers back then. They was living life.
Yeah.
And somebody started talking about what they did over a beat.
Right.
And it became what it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they had to live it and get so bottled up in that. And someone say, speak your mind. You're like, okay, you're like your boy Hustler Flow. Put it in, put his mind out there. Back then, they said, so start rapping. The rap came into storytelling. And it came from Porgy and Bess. Porgy and Bess started the music, jazz, you know what I'm saying, all of that. Everything that's popping, you know what I'm saying, jazz, blues, everything, country music started from Porgy and Bess. Jazz, I'm talking about Harriet Tubman and all of that. I'm talking about, what is it, other girl? They say you hum, they had the hum so the devil couldn't hear you. Have y'all ever heard that?
Yeah.
They used to hum so the devil couldn't hear them hum or something like that. Yeah, that's what they used to hum for. You got Negro spirituals.
Them old hymns.
Negro spirituals.
But honestly, okay, see, I told myself I wasn't gonna go there, but fuck it, I'm gonna go there. To me personally, I was born in '87, so I grew up, you know, listening to. I'm from California, so I grew up listening to Too Short, Eazy-E, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, you know, Sugar Free, all of them.
We did too.
Music started declining when Soulja Boy came out. Correct me if I'm wrong.
She is real.
For real, I'm so serious, but correct me if I'm wrong though.
I don't know because
Niggas stop talking about real shit when Soulja Boy came out. Because everybody wanted to make a song that you could dance to.
so but I think we on.
He's a, you know what I'm saying? That's cheap.
Put the blame on the industry though.
Yeah.
Because the record labels seen what Soulja Boy did with YouTube and social media, MySpace and all that shit, and they try to get ahead of the game, and so that's what they started signing.
Yeah.
So now that's what we done got to this whole place of who can who can take it a step further than the last person. So it's like, you know, now Soulja Boy, look what Soulja Boy started off as, and look at what
he is now.
Became now.
Yeah,
He's like
true.
a demon. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
He
And
is a music mogul.
he want to be a demon, like you was just saying. Like it was people that lived that rapped. Now niggas is.
I mean, they rapping to live.
Now they rapping to live.
They rapping to live.
This interview, man. I think his name is Tyron Turner. It's the society.
Cane.
Candie.
Cane. Everybody like,
cane.
you like Cane when I had my face. I got Cherokee in my family. So, and my shit curl up, you know what I'm saying?
But look,
Don't hate, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But I had Cherokee in my favorite, like you like Cane one, especially when they had like doom, he do that.
When he was in his 5.0.
And then the 5.0, he do that shit. I was like, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Like, I was a nigga that I wanted them real.
Them Dayton's.
They know, look.
Throw some D's on that bitch.
Look, we came from the real trap. President Taylor, we came from the real trap. One way in, one way out. The police can come in. That's why they tore our parties down, because the police you couldn't even regulate over there. All the time when there's a murder somewhere, you gotta come over there. Yeah, you gotta let them in.
Ooh, I'm glad you brought up what's it called?
Preston Taylor,
Alright, bam. So my next question for y'all
the
is,
best
if there
projects in Nashville, Tennessee.
if there is one thing that you could change in your community, what would it be and why?
What would I change? Can't say poverty because it's too many things that dwell on that. I say what I would change is leadership. Leadership in the community as black men, and showing them that no matter what, you ain't gotta have shit to make shit.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have shit when we were growing up, but we still had the fastest bike. I mean, we had the fastest. Look, we had Kool-Aid tea before they started mixing it up in the little Kool-Aid packs.
Yeah.
We was doing that first. We had fried bologna sandwiches. Leonard want to call them little briskets.
That's a delicacy.
Man, we were doing the shit first.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, look. I would change leadership. That we show leaders how to lead instead of follow, because everybody want to follow the latest thing or what the latest person got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like back in the day, you know what I'm saying, like LL Cool J came up with the, you know what I'm saying, the rope chains. And then Run DMC came out with the rope chains, or vice versa, whatever, how it went. And then we started doing rubber bands. And we were tying rubber bands, thick ass rubber bands around our necks. You know what I'm saying? To mimic the chain that we couldn't afford.